Morning Faith Community Church. We are talking about justice this week, and yesterday we talked about being created in God's image. That is the great leveling of the playing field, that we have each and every one of us been created in His image. We are all Homo sapiens. We aren't cows, we're not chickens, we're not dogs. We are humans created in God's image, in which we can think and create and enjoy life. And that is a huge aspect of being mindful of, so that we can start on an even playing field. Today I want to talk about the opposite of that in Romans 3:23. For all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. As you look at being created equally, that allows you to make sure you're not creating tribalism, hierarchies. You're not creating, I'm better than you because of my skin color or where I was born or my religion. No, every single person's been created equally before God in His image. One of the great passages in Revelation, that before the throne there will be every tribe and tongue and language and people group worshiping Jesus. Jesus loves people. He came to die for mankind, and that is such a beautiful thing. Why did He have to do that? Well, because of what Adam and Eve did. We are broken and we are all sinful, for all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. Now, what that does is it also breaks down any sort of hierarchies. I'm not better than you. You're not better than me. We are equally depraved. There is no ability for me to think that my righteousness is going to get me into heaven. Think of it this way. If I was on the track field and I was a long jumper, and I went out there and I ran and I jumped a long distance, and I looked around and my son was up next. And he went and he jumped, and I just mock him because he jumped only a couple of feet and I jumped 7 to 8 feet. And then next up was Carl Lewis, and he jumped and he went further than me, and I feel so bad because, oh my goodness, I didn't make it. Well, what happens if in the competition the goal was actually a mile, to jump a mile? Well, the issue is that we've all fallen short. There's no ability for me to now look at my son, or for me to look at Carl Lewis and say, wow, he's better than me, or I'm better than my son. No, we're all broken. We've all failed the goal. And the goal is righteousness. The goal is perfect justice. And that is where Jesus and the story of Jesus becomes so wonderful, because we as humans were broken and we were unjust to one another. We are full of sin, and the perfect King of Kings, the just one, came and He purchased for us salvation. His perfect salvific method was to come as God, live as a human, to live a perfect life, and then to go to the cross to pay the full penalty for our sin. He took the wrath of God as our propitiation, and He now has allowed us to really have two people groups. There's either the saved or there's the unsaved. If we want to divide things up, that's how it's divided up. You're either a sheep or you're a goat. You're either forgiven or you've not been forgiven. And if you've been forgiven, you now have the obligation to become a reconciler to this world, to go out and to bring forth people in justice back to their Creator. You see, it's not about skin color. It's not about religion. It's not about where you come from. It's not even about your socioeconomic reality. It's about, do you know Jesus? And more importantly than that is, does Jesus know you? If you can start with these first 2 points, we're on our pathway towards really understanding justice. And the first point is, we are all created in God's image. And the second point today is that we have all fallen short of what God has called us to be. I hope you're enjoying these passages, and we'll look forward to starting again tomorrow. God bless.